All right, the 10-minute cardio slash warm up is done. I've progressed up to 345, and I got to be honest, I for about half the day today, I was swinging a 20-pound sledgehammer. And for anyone who doesn't know, your typical, let me say your average size sledgehammer is probably like a 10 pound. And you got your 8s, your 12s. This is a 20 pound. The head of that hammer is about like this. And then, and again, I don't want to exaggerate, but roughly I probably swung it 40 to 50 times, which doesn't sound like a huge number, but I would be more than willing. So anyone who thinks that's easy, you know, come down here, get a 20-pound sledgehammer, and show me how good you do with it. It's it'll wear you out pretty quick. So I don't know if my performance here is going to be as good as last week. Probably not, honestly. Because secondly, swinging that sledgehammer, I don't know if it just jarred my elbow or what. But every rep on the warm ups having some elbow pain, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. But it's definitely something that's gonna affect me. That's for sure. But yeah, like I said, 345, not that crazy of a weight for decline, especially for me. But that's not the main thing I'm trying to emphasize here. It's just I just want to get some good sets and reps, and mainly just contract the chest, isolate the chest as much as I can, and just get a fucking gnarly pump. So, depending how it feels, I might do four. But honestly, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be more like three, and then maybe a drop set or two or back down set or two. But I had someone comment on my one of my videos asking, or not even really asking, they were just kind of commenting about how I think it was on incline bench last Thursday, how my elbows are pretty flared out, and he explained it pretty good. Exactly why I'm doing it, because a lot of powerlifters when they tuck their elbows, they start to get elbow problems. But that's like, I'm sure most of you heard, when you're bench pressing, you gotta tuck your elbows, and it's not wrong, but everyone kind of has to find their own way to lift within the parameters of it being correct in a way, or being not completely so out of form that you're gonna hurt yourself. So like flaring your elbows out like that for me works. As long as you're controlling the weight, you're getting good reps, you're contracting and isolating your chest as much as you can. There is nothing wrong with flaring your elbows out. Absolutely nothing. Because I'm the same way. If I tuck my elbows, this is actually what started my elbow problem, and it has not went away. I was trying to force my elbows in and bench press. Then, I don't know, 3 weeks into that maybe, my right elbow started hurting, and ever since, it's been, different levels of pain, but ever since then, it's been hurting, and it has not went away. So I flare my elbows out, and I know I'm one of the lucky ones. I don't have shoulder pain or problems, so I can flare out like that, and it doesn't bother my shoulders, and I get a great chest pump every time. So that kind of proves there's no. And I've even heard Mike Israetel say this. You don't have to tuck your elbows. If your elbows flare out and it feels comfortable for you, nothing hurts, you don't have any injuries, and keep doing it. And you're getting some chest growth, you're not doing nothing wrong. Keep doing it, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little apprehensive. It was a rough day. All right. I mean, all things considered, that was actually pretty good. But as soon as I racked the weight, my elbow started hurting pretty good, or pretty bad, I guess I should say. Um, it feels fine now. I just need like 10, 15 seconds for it to kind of wear off. I'll take it though, man. I mean, I'm gonna have to be careful with the next couple sets. The next two sets are really gonna be the, let's call it the danger zone sets. I don't know, because this is the heaviest I'm gonna lift all day, and I've already done one, and I'm kind of feeling some pain, so I'm gonna have to really be careful. Yeah. So far though, it was not bad. I dare I say it actually went a little better than expected. So fuck, I'll do it again unless something just really goes wrong or just feels like shit. I'll probably do a third one, and then after that, I'll kind of see what feels right. But the plan for right now is try to do two more if I can, and then kind of see after that. All right, I can never ever explain this, and I don't think I'll ever be able to. That actually felt a little bit better than the first one. The elbow pain was about the same, honestly, but in terms of just the reps and how heavy it felt a little better. See, this is why I didn't think. I thought it was a possibility, but I didn't really think my warm up was the problem because I did 10 minutes on the bike and then I warmed up here, and it's still the same thing happened. So I don't know what I don't know what that is. To be honest with you, it's fucking weird. But I think that was 10 again. Um, so yeah, let's just do another one. I'm thinking, okay, at this point, with considering that felt a little better actually, let's do one more with this weight, and then I'll go down to 315. I'll shorten my rest period a little bit. We'll call it a quote unquote back down set. I'll rest like a minute and a half probably, rather than 2 or 2.5. Um, do a set through 15, and then I'll rest like maybe only 45 seconds to a minute. Go down to 225, and then do another one. So it'll kind of be like a drop set or a super set, but then again, kind of not. Um, that just feels right today. We'll do one more here, and then do what I just said, and I might give the plate loaded chest press a break today and do something else. Quite honestly, I'll just have to see what's available at that point. I might have to do it anyways. But yeah, we'll do one more here with this and do a couple lighter sets. That that's about as close as you want to fucking get to not getting a rep on decline. I mean, that was that close to coming straight down on my forehead. Oh fuck! I mean, that was improvement though. I did 10, 10, 9 with pretty short rest between. It's not like I'm resting like a powerlifter or anything. Fuck. Other than the near-death experience, that was all right. Let's go down 315. Limited rest here, probably about a minute and a half. So, you know, this does not look the lightest. Don't laugh at me too much. Okay, even with that being a quick rest, I honestly still thought I'd get more than 10. Well, you can't win them all, so let's just go down to 225. We'll make this a drop set. Fuck it. All right. Fuck. I just kind of like hit a wall. My energy feels off now. Now that could be because I have been without pre-workout the past 3 workouts. I don't think that's any coincidence. But damn, I'm already starting to feel it. All right, let's move on to something. To what yet? I don't know, but something. Well, I figured why not? Now is as good a day event as any to switch from the plate loaded to this cable chest press. And I mean, really, the main reason is I just didn't feel like loading a bunch of 45s on that motherfucker. So being a little bit lazy. Um, but this works just as good for what I'm trying to get out of it. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, really. One's just with plates and one's with a cable. So there's slight differences, but I mean, it's nothing to really worry about. So I have it on 190, and honestly, like for me, these cable press machines always feel heavier than what the number actually says, and maybe that's because typically when I do these, I'm a minimum of 5 sets in, sometimes 10 or more sets in of a bunch of heavy pressing and accessory work. So by the time I do this, you know, 190 feels like 300, relative to what I can do with 300. Um, so I think, it'd be kind of cool too to just see if I can do more. If it feels about the same, it shouldn't, because I've only done 5 sets. Typically, like I said, I'm about 10 sets in before I even consider doing this. So I don't know. Let's just have a little bit of fun and see. The rep range I'm wanting to be, I was around 9 or 10 on those declines. So I like to be more in that 12 to 15 with this, just a little bit higher of a rep range. Fuck, I mean that was just about perfect. I don't think I could have planned that any better. I got a tough 15. So with each set here, I'll probably lose a rep or two. Perfect, man. Let's do two more. That was kind of impromptu. Rest pause. Honestly, it was kind of a shit rest pause set. I only got 2.5 extra more reps. I'm gonna do it again though. We'll do one more like that. All right, that was actually better. On my rest pause part of the set, I actually, kind of took my arms out, let them, kind of shake them off a little bit. I got two more reps. Doesn't seem like a lot, but and it's really not. But it's something. All right, let's move on to some flies. All right, really not much to say here, except for I think I'm gonna do. Let's just do one straight set, like I did on the cable press, and then I'll match what I did there and do two rest pause sets after that. That I know it's kind of weird, it's sporadic. It's like why not just make them all three rest pause or all three straight sets? It kind of just flowed and happened that way. I did the first one straight set, then I did the second one, and I was like, you know what? I want to keep going, and so that's when I made it a rest pause as well as the third one. Yeah, no, I mean, I know it doesn't really make much sense, but that's just kind of how it worked out today. So we'll match that here. Oh, I am feeling it today, guys. I barely got 10, I think, and that's just like a normal pace. I mean, kind of slow, but nothing crazy. I think when I was doing those 2 second eccentrics, I was getting more reps then than I am now. So that definitely tells me it could be several things. The cuts could already start be starting to affect me. Also, could be what I did at work. I've already explained that. That was pretty rough. Could be both. That makes even more sense. All right, do a couple more here, and then I might, like I said, guys, I'm feeling kind of rough, but I might do a set or two of something light. Maybe if I can squeeze in the cables, get a nice, or just do some push-ups. I was always seem to do it. I think I might do that. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Those drop sets were, man, kind of shit. Hmm. it's got me reconsidering what I want to do next. Because part of me wants to just stay here, lighten the weight, and do some, back down set or two, and then just be done, rather than do push-ups. Because I feel like, just being honest, I feel like I kind of cheated those drop sets. I did them, but today's just not my day. Um, those rest pause sets were brutal. Like I was doing a lot of herky jerky stuff and rounding my shoulders. I didn't like any of that. You know what? Let's do at least one. It's gonna be weird again, but maybe I'll do one back down set here. Go do a set of push-ups as well, and then we might call that. That sounds okay. All right, I feel way better about that now. All right, let's go do some push-ups. Mm, mm, uh, 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 oh. Mm. All right, to to be completely transparent, this is actually a pretty rough workout. I feel fucking dead. Now I'm gonna chalk it up as, well, pretty much what I said earlier. Work was kind of rough. Fuck, what was the other thing? I don't even remember. My brain is not even functioning right at this moment. So yeah, I say I'm just gonna get right into it, guys. All right. It's sad to say, but I'm not 5% body fat. I was hoping just 2 weeks and we'd be there. Not how it worked. Oh man, that's wishful thinking. All right. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping this is just one day only this week, but I have a feeling this is probably going to carry on. Maybe not for the whole week, but for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I could see that. Because like when you've been working out long enough, you can feel whenever you might have a little, let's just say a low spot, or just maybe a span of like 2, 3, 4 days. You can feel that it's going to be fucking rough, and it actually started out pretty good. The decline bench went better than I thought, and after that, it just kind of slowly went downhill from there. So all in all, I mean, it was a good workout, definitely considering everything. Again, I really think the main culprit is swinging that fucking 20-pound sledgehammer today, as much as I had to. And I'm gonna say humbly, I am by far the biggest guy there, so I'm always the one who has to swing the heavy shit like that. I mean, they'll try to give me some breaks, but for every 20 swings I have to do, they maybe do 5. It's kind of like that. So it was pretty rough at work. I'm hoping tomorrow is better. I won't know until then. I'm fucking done. So I'm gonna go do. Well, I'm not done. I'm gonna go do probably another 20 to 25 minutes of cardio to add that on to the 10 minutes I did before. And that's it. That'll be a wrap for today.